All right. Well, we're going live for a little bit. We're going to be changing up a couple things this year, trying to get more, basically better at this business. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I have been doing for quite a while, studying film, hour to hour and a half a day. I've always been, over the last year, a drinker of raw milk, but I'm supposed to be getting 4,000 calories in a day, and that is not an easy task, especially when you have to eat, quote, clean. So one thing I've been doing to help do that is getting 2,000 of my calories from raw milk. That's a lot of milk, dude, because about one of these glasses, about 16 ounces, and it's about like 300-ish calories, a little bit above that. But right now what I'm studying is a lot of Lucas Lepre, especially in our gi study that we're doing. A lot of his passing, a lot of his concept and idea of controlling the collar and the pant grip. And when it comes to our actual no-gi side, we're doing a lot of half guard. So think of like O'Flanagan, Owen O'Flanagan. Very, 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 very talented guy. Very dangerous half guard. And that's what we've been studying a lot of. Truthfully, the last little bit, the only thing I've been studying is a lot of his half guard. So if you look at like out of the whole week, 6 out of 7 days, I'm studying O'Flanagan. So today's the first day in a little bit. I've been studying, reviewing a little bit over Lucas Lepre and how he likes to pass. There's a lot of things to learn here too, especially with his ability to be patient and pressure. And one other guy I have on my radar to be studying a little bit more of is Hamlo Barrera. Oh my God, dude. How do I mispronounce a legend of the sport, dude? Hoping I can see this. Hoping I can see the actual chat, because last time I did this, I actually could not see the chat. So I'm going to pull the chat up on my iPad just in case. In fact, I don't want to miss the part of this match because something happened and I missed it. So a lot of what I do when I like to study film is not in a sense of like copycatting, but looking for a lot of inspiration. I will, in sparring in a lot of situational rounds, try to copycat exchanges that I saw that I really like. But it's not like I'm always just trying to copycat whatever I see that they're doing. So there will be things I will experiment, play with, but try to find general concepts that I'm seeing that they're doing to help me coach our guys better. We don't have any tournaments coming up for the next little bit on for our guys, like with Ethan and Addison. But we should be having more here come up soon. At the end of the month, baby number 4 for me is going to be here. So this month's going to be, I say, light. The training's been picking up quite a bit ever since January 2nd, getting ready for Pans. So that's on our radar really big right now. One of our athletes, Ethan, he's a light feather, and he's looking to win his second Pan title. His first one he won as a white belt, as a light feather, and then he's looking to do the same at blue belt. It'd be his first blue belt title, so it'd be really good. And then Addison is looking to actually win his first title, and he is a blue belt as well. So Addison actually got ranked 11th in the world for IBGF. It's a pretty awesome accomplishment, especially when you consider how few tournaments he's been doing. So how I'll do this is I'll actually go through, and like one of the guys I'm studying real big right now, Lucas Lepre, and I'll just cycle through some of his matches. And I say some, a lot. It depends on what I'm looking for. Some of these matches, like this one versus Caio Silva at the Pan Championships in 2013, this match is about like 4 minutes and 53 seconds long. So when I'm first starting or midway through a study with a guy, I'll look through a lot of their quicker matches to see, because generally that means it results the end of a submission. So these are ones I'm wanting to get a lot more information, data off of, because they're finding the submission, they're finding the end of the match. Then I'll start cycling through the other matches. And this is how I've historically always studied guys. Like one of the guys I think I've studied the most, with the exception of Keenan Cornelius, is Tommy Lanker. Even so much to the point when I was watching his matches, I can almost quote, even in Portuguese, what some of the actual coaches were yelling at his opponent, because obviously Tommy's not Portuguese, but I had it memorized watching it over and over again, not for the purpose of copying, but for inspiration and getting like different ideas about how we can adjust our training. But this match with Caio Silva is about 5 minutes long. And then let's see. In fact, I had planned, but I didn't want to jump too far ahead of myself. The dude Romulo, because Romulo has an extremely good knee cut as well, and he utilizes a lot of the collar and sleeve grip, though Lucas does as well. But I really like to hone in and focus on Lucas for the fact that Lucas plays a lot of the collar and the pant grip on the opposite side. And that, especially when you're coming from like a point of focusing on like heavy stability, man, it's really tough for a guard player to get really any offense going. Ooh, how about I spell his name right? Let's do passing. See what this pulls up. Because, oh, wow, Flow Grappling's got a compilation. Some of his best knee cuts. You know, one of the interesting things I've been really wanting to pick up is this ability to transition from same side collar with the right hand if he's knee cutting to his left, and switching to that cross collar grip. This music is interesting, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and turn that off. This may not be good for me studying this right now. Romulo is extremely talented. One of the things he's doing is that his opponent that's on bottom, when he was knee cutting through, has the underhook. But Romulo is doing a really good job of like cupping that same side hip, so it makes the underhook not as effective, but he's not like super tight to it. But I'm wondering if that's because this guy that he's competing against, Pedro Melo, that's how you say his name, right? Mello, is his hips are flat. He's got his hips and shoulders flat to the ground. Yeah, Romulo's tripoding. I think the thing that interests me, and I don't want to get too sidetracked, this would be a good way to finish it up, our study on we call it the pre-passing. It's basically the idea of controlling the collar and the pant grip, and we may switch it to the finding the pocket. Yeah, this is super interesting. I don't recall if because I know on Jiu Jitsu X they have Romulo's DVD on there, but I don't recall how much detail they actually have on the actual cross choke. This is not what I wanted. I want to log in. Wow. Oh, I should probably click my account. That probably makes sense to get signed in. So this is what we've been doing the last, man, I can't even tell you how long. Been studying about an hour to hour and a half every single day. Right now, no-gi wise, studying O'Flanagan with his half guard. It's been a lot of just going through his instructional and picking up some of his matches, but right now it's building because I'm teaching our no-gi basically off of his study right now, so it's a lot of studying his instructional. But with our gi passing study that we're in, we've been studying a lot of Lucas Lepri, but Romulo has a very dangerous knee cut himself, but I don't know how much crossover, or how, excuse me, how much Hamlo uses the collar and the pant grip to set up his knee cut position. In fact, I need to get some more of these little pre-matches rolling as I double check. It's really sad that this match with JT Torres was a, for lack of a better word, stalling match on the feet. Thiago, what? Some of these matches are tough too. I mean, they're good studies, but you're competing at the black belt level, at his level, man. You really don't want to be taking a lot of unnecessary risks because you make one mistake at the black belt level, it could get you in a bad spot. Okay, so I want the, if I could see how he, where's the submission? You know, let's just see if he does it from De La Hiva, because if he does it anywhere, it's going to be from De La Hiva. And what I'm looking for is him controlling the collar and the pant grip.
Now, my partner begin to have a stick De La Hiva hook, which this De La Hiva hook here, with the hand, the collar, can easily make.
All right, well, let's jump through this a little bit.
Now, if I try, also I expose my back. So I have to be square with my partner.
Yeah.
To be square, I really need to face my toes straight.
Right now, it looks like he uses more of a C grip as opposed to controlling the actual pant itself.
That I put the pressure, I'm going to deal with breaking the grip and control with my hand here. Now, same thing that we did in the beginning. I'm going to bring him up. The reason why I'm bringing him up,
he's allowing his foot to stay on the leg and control the sleeve and collar.
It's flat on the mat. If I try to just point my knee outside, he's going to apply a lot of pressure on my knee and then give him.
I don't know how much of a fan I am of that, but I mean, it's freaking Romulo. What are you going to say to him? Sits him up all the way, steps over.
Bring my knee right on the middle here. On this situation now, when my partner reach on this position, there is a time that as you play the knee cut,
this may be something we use to wrap up the study.
And then control my leg here. When my partner do that, it gives him more force to control with the knee shield. And then also, they give him more force to stay with the body.
I don't recall
I still have my hand on the
what trigger he looks for setting up the cross choke.
But this is going to be very important to understand how I'm staying balanced after passing the point of the knee shield. We're going to do same technique to pass the point of the knee shield. I'm going to begin to go back on the middle.
Jesus, dude. I don't think it's on there. I don't understand. Dismantling the deep half to the Bravo choke
my knee on the mats here.
to the cross choke with deep half. But I'm guessing the principles are the exact same if it's in the other positions. Like,
I can also control my sleeve.
That's a little confusing.
Okay, walk here on the sit-up guard. So my partner is able to push me in. We come up, break the grip, control him. As I'm going back here, he take advantage, get on the deep half guard.
Dude, deep half.
So this time, he's really focused on keep a good direction to guide me to my knee cut position. So here again, I'm on the core mount. Like his arm is like now he's talking in a position here. I can go for the cross face, but I'm gonna go to the cross face to just make the same threat and then force my partner to begin to bring his body and hips to the other direction and give me to the knee cut again. So now we end up on the same position. Since we're talking from the beginning, the goal of the knee cut
raw milk is good.
Once you become like a master in those positions, you have to know a lot of different ways to reach on that destination. Doesn't matter what the guy is going to give it to you, you have to have this ability to go back and then end up on this position. And then most of the time when you don't end up on this position, for the reason why you're going to be trapping your partner in some real position, or you're going to accomplish the position, or you're going to force him to give this. Basically, like anything your partner do it, so you're going to force him to play half guard with your knee right on the mat for the knee caught position. So from here, I'm gonna shoot my hand through the mat, the column, and we're gonna go back to the same idea that my partner is hiding the chin here, and then I'm going for the
I need to go back through and see if
I begin to lift, and then I begin to apply
if he'll
the
go for this
pressure.
cross collar grip, even if he's like I don't want to say half guard, obviously in a half guard, but like if their partner has like a shin shield or if he's in some kind of reverse del hiva kind of position, because that's like in quarter guard. What am I doing with YouTube? Okay, homolo, cross choke. Let's see if we can find some cheap little ways of setting this up. Again, quarter guard. Wait, what?
So basically, when he begins to try to push me here, I'm just gonna go back with my knee in the middle. So what happened to the knee shield? My hand is posed on the mat. My partner is trying to push me. As I feel that he's pushing me, I'm going back one and drop my knee to the ground again here. And I already pass in the knee shield position. When I pass the knee shield, I place my hips, advance close to him to allow him to go back. So
I don't know how many people are just gonna sit and freaking
right, but it's still open for
deal with quarter guard like that.
as my partner fight me for
What's up, dude? Hey, congratulations on you getting your black belt.
the same thing, my knee right away before he make me off balance and begin to twist my knee.
That's a big freaking deal, man.
Then
Did you have an idea that you were getting promoted that day?
palm on my hand, and I get
My experience was kind of unique in the sense that I had people telling me, but I didn't have my coach telling me. So it was like, pretty sure it's happening, but he hadn't told anything to me. So there was that weird feeling of like, what if I don't get promoted and my mom and everybody's here?
and drop my knee to the ground again here. And I already pass on the knee shield position. When I pass the knee shield, I place my hips, advance close to him to allow him to go back. So since he hasn't
That's awesome, man.
right?
Do you have any plans of doing your first tournament at black belt, or we just training, doing life right now, kind of getting accustomed
We're gonna do exactly the same
to the new belt, or what's kind of the game plan there?
balance and begin to twist my knee. My knee go inside, then he's gonna give me the underhook. As I drive my knee on this time now, palm on my hand.
This dude literally finds the cross choke every freaking time. Oh, dude. Houston Open in April. Let's see, January, February, March. That's second quarter for us. I got to finalize our first quarter schedule. I could see us probably doing Houston, though. Houston's, I mean, it's a decent drive, but we like doing Houston. But I still got to do our first quarter. My fourth kid is getting born January 20th. So it's pretty busy month for us. January is, at least. But we have Pans mid-March, and I'm hoping to get our guys 2 tournaments prior to then. So February will be pretty busy, maybe the 1st of March, and then we'll be heading straight into Pan, so that should be interesting. Yo. My dude is just getting that cross choke from downtown. Dude, freaking huge blessing. Biggest thing my fingers are crossed for right now is just pregnancy finishing healthy, baby being born, everything being smooth, baby healthy, but everything's looking perfect right now. So we are our fourth kiddo and should be really good. Really exciting. This will be our second girl. So we'll have 2 boys, 2 girls. I can't tell what that is. Okay, here we go. All right, dude pulls it back up, up between. This is not. This is quarter guard. Yo. Man, I really appreciate that. The one that we saw you at was the fall one, right? So this one coming up, the spring should be bigger. I'll tell you what, one thing we noticed about that fall is that it was like a Gracie Baja like tournament, is what it felt like. All of Addison's guys were Gracie Baja. I think he had 8 or 9 people in his bracket. Every one of the guys he competed against were all Gracie Baja. So even on the other side, in the semifinals, 2 Gracie Baja people competing against each other, and then it was Gracie Baja, guy that was fighting Addison as well, and then Addison obviously competing against somebody from Gracie Baja. So, but Ethan had a similar bracket too. All but one other guy in his bracket was Gracie Baja. So it was Ethan, which is obviously where Braza CTA, and then it's one of Austin Arande's guys. He's a good blue belt, but they're Alliance. So I don't know what part you jumped in on, but we've been working this Lepre study of controlling calling the pant grip, and setting up the knee cut from a lot of different positions. I really like it because you can slow the pace of the match and wear your partner down, but it works extremely good against dealing with the lasso. But I think what I'm going to be goofing with more is trying to encourage quarter guard while I'm working the knee cut and seeing if I can get the cross choke set up. But I just don't find that happening to me very often. I normally find myself finishing the pass. So I need to spend more time studying Hamlo. Because I'm sure, as you probably know, he's the freaking king of finding the cross choke. And there was one World's run I watched of him that he absolutely incredible. My brain's running in 100 places right now trying to figure this out. I need to drill some of this tonight. When I say drill, not like static drilling, but try some of it in sparring with some of our guys. Yeah, I was told in the Houston area that there's a lot of Gracie Baja people, which there's a handful of Gracie Baja schools throughout the United States, but Houston was wild. Wild how many Gracie Baja people there were. So you said the spring one is bigger. Is that like a kind of like about the same? Like obviously it's gonna be predominantly Gracie Baja people, but there's a handful of other affiliations come too. All right, I got enough time to do a little bit more of this match here, and then I got to get myself ready to get to the gym, get the mats clean. But anyways, I'm gonna try to do some more of these live streams, specifically of like when I'm studying film, drinking some raw milk, trying to do something different. And but I'm curious though, what have you been studying here lately, jiu-jitsu wise? Now that you're a brand new black belt. because and everybody talks about like when you get a black belt, you feel like you're starting jiu-jitsu, like you start over. Um, I didn't quite feel that, but I did feel that competition's different, not necessarily from the standpoint of the level of jiu-jitsu being so significantly something I wasn't expecting, but it's people's willingness to be it's like the tactics people choose to use and how much more intelligent competitors there are at the black belt level, because the style that I've been used to from white all the way up through brown is gunslinging, trying to take it after my opponent. And I've stepped on a handful of landmines at black belt at the adult level. So, ooh, that's exciting to hear. Bigger name black belts out in the area. Yeah, I saw one of the guys I really like to interact with. I don't want to say a friend in the sense of like I know him real well, but a good acquaintance, Pedro Morano. I like running into him a lot. He's a really good dude. I don't know if it's a guy I want to run into in the absolute though. He's a freaking monster. Really nice guy though. He's really kind to my kid. How did he get that though? I didn't see that part. Ooh. I'm about to play with this tonight. Ooh, dude, collar sleeve. Uh, I got to be frank though. My spider guard, not the strongest, my dude. Anyways, hey, it was good seeing you, man. Look forward to catching up with you here a little bit later. Anyways, I do got to go. I got to get myself ready for practice. Got to get the gym clean and things looking good. So, hope you guys are doing well, having a good start to the year. We're going to be having more jiu-jitsu content. I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of stuff, trying to document everything we got going on with the gym. Hopefully, this is the year we're going to have our first world champion. We're going to have our second, third, fourth, and maybe fifth pan champion, and keep building on the stuff that we did last year and make this year bigger. So look forward to seeing you guys later, man. Take it easy, everybody.